shape our nation's future? Get ready to join us for the Left Coast Forum, Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech, where progressive voices will come together to tackle the issues that matter most to working families across Los Angeles and beyond. From economic justice to climate action, from healthcare to housing, we're bringing together the brightest minds and most passionate advocates for real solutions and real change. With workshops, 2 major keynote addresses, and a closing reception with great music and good food. It's the Left Coast Forum, where your voice matters and your ideas take action. Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the LA Progressive. The future won't wait, and neither should you. Mark your calendar now to be there and be heard. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details.
Welcome to Wealth Building Wednesdays, where we center Black, women, and BIPOC-owned businesses, highlight opportunities and initiatives for underrepresented entrepreneurs, and center socially innovative enterprises, building generational prosperity, fostering real networking, and recycling Black dollars. It's Wealth Building Wednesdays on KBLA Talk 1580.
It sure is, and I'm happy to welcome into the space a business owner who's right around the corner from the station. He's the owner and CEO of Chili World Convenience Store. It's between Stalker and 43rd on Crenshaw, for those of you who are in Los Angeles. Chris Rowles, welcome.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm blessed. Same here.
So how long have you been doing Chili World? It feels like it's been there for a minute.
Going on 3 years right there on 43rd and Crenshaw, but I relocated off King and West Street.
Okay, so you've been in business for a minute.
I'm going on 4 years, right? Like 4 or 5 years, yes.
Okay, well, that's good. Most businesses, I understand, especially anything that has to do with food, they tank in about 2 years and max out at 5. So it sounds like you're on track to thrive. What made you decide to go into this business? Because from what I understand, I've never been in the convenience store food business. It seems like hard. It seems like you got to be there day in, day out, long hours, and demanding customers.
Yes, you got to be dedicated. I'm open from 10 to 10, Monday through Sunday.
10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, so you stay open pretty late.
Yes.
So what made you want to do that? It seems like a grind. I mean, even, I know we see like a lot of families that own these convenience stores, liquor stores, community neighborhood shops, and it's the mom and then the dad and then the kids working, and, it's a round the clock kind of thing.
Right. Same here. My mom comes to the store and help out, and sisters and brothers, they come through and help when I need help. Right now, the store ain't doing as good as it should be doing, inside the Black community. So, I appreciate you putting me on the air so we can, get the customers down there to the store.
So you need more traffic, more people coming in, more people patronizing the store. That's what we're looking for right now.
Yes, that's what we're looking for. We got great food, great customer service. We got ice cream, homemade ice cream, Thrifty's ice cream. We just need the people in the community to stop by, and come through.
It's funny
Stop
because
driving past.
exactly. Well, we complain a lot about how there's not enough black-owned businesses, especially these small stores like yours, small and
Right.
medium stores. You're not a chain. You're not, Food for Less. You're not Target. A small black-owned family business. But then I think we either walk by or maybe we just don't know. People perhaps don't know.
And that's how I feel some days. That's why I got to put more effort into building the platforms where we can work with each other. People don't know if we recycle the black dollars, we'll be more wealthy. Than going to other communities, spending the money inside their community. What they do is recycle their dollars.
Yep. Not only that, I mean, we don't even recycle dollars inside of our community because many times in our own neighborhoods we're shopping at stores that are not owned by black people, which is fine to a degree, but also not hiring us and not reinvesting in our community.
Right.
So it sounds like if you got mom and the whole family working there, then
and for the record, we have my sister owned a restaurant next door to my store too. So, it's a store and a restaurant, and like I said, I cook in front of the store. So we just trying to get the block going where we can have more traffic, where everybody, happy. Even the people in the neighborhood. You going to Target, Walmart, getting overcharged, or you can come to the neighborhood convenience store and, make sure everything's right.
Okay, so let's talk about that cooking. What are you cooking up over there?
I got turkey smash burgers.
Yum!
I got some tacos that I call bust down tacos. Come with chili, chicken, sour cream, and all the different toppings.
That right there sounds like a blackety black taco.
Yes, and it is bomb. Everybody that come try it, they said, "Man, why your line ain't down the street?" I said, "Man, they haven't came yet, So once they get a whiff of it,
yeah, we probably don't
see,
know.
You're missing it.
Turkey smash burgers, the blackety black taco. That's not what it's called. You had to
It's the bust down taco.
Bust down taco.
Bust down taco.
Okay, I need to know in case I have to come get one. And then what else you got over there? You cooking turkey smash burgers, bust
chili
down
cheese fries.
Oh, not the chili cheese
rice.
fries.
Yes, chili and rice. We got a whole lot going on. You just got to stop by and
Andy's getting hungry. He want to know, do you have pastrami?
Oh yes, pastrami. I do have pastrami, but the place where I get it from, they've been down stock, so I'm gonna have to because I like the right pastrami, not too thick, slim cut pastrami. That's the best pastrami.
Andy, you can talk.
Yes.
Andy's over here nodding his head like he's about to go over there as soon as he gets off work. Okay.
No, I'm gonna have to stop by and bring y'all something, to let y'all see what the community is missing, and then y'all can go on air and y'all do the talking.
I think you're selling us, so I think you're doing pretty good at doing the talking, Chris. But yeah, okay,
right.
we're here for turkey smash burgers and bust down tacos. And now tell me about this ice cream, because it's definitely been ice cream season lately.
Okay, so the Bispo, if I'm saying it right, Bispo, the cookie that they give you on the airplane, I make ice cream homemade, lactose free.
Lactose free?
I try to make good.
Is that blackety black ice cream? I'm just kidding.
I want to make sure everybody could be able to enjoy the ice cream, so I made it lactose free.
Okay.
Homemade ice cream, delicious, like delicious. It's no cap. Anything I make is made with love.
Jeez, now I'm going to have to get ice cream after work today. Wow, Chris.
I promise you. I'm trying to go to the next level. People come to my store, they be like, whoa. They be like, man, I've never been in here. It's like a Target / swap meet. There's just a lot going on. I try to have a one-stop shop where you come in here, you might see one thing, you're gonna pick up some other things. You know, that's how I'm trying to have it.
So it's like it's more than a convenience store because you got a whole restaurant situation and household wares and things. It sounds like a unique business model. Folks just need to
Right.
become aware of it. Tell me the exact address.
The address is 4285 Crenshaw Boulevard. It's a blue and black store. You cannot miss it. Blue and black.
All right, and you open at 10, you close at 10. What hours are you serving this delicious food, Chris?
All right, so we serve the food from 3 to 7.
Okay.
3 to 7.
So the restaurant part is 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., but all of the items that you can purchase is from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes.
What else do we need to know about? I have a feeling you got some other stuff going on. I don't know if it's lottery tickets or, somebody's
I'm
fixing...
working on that right now. Everything is like how they say you have to wait. You fill the contract out or, the paperwork, and you got to wait. Everything is a time matter.
Yeah.
So especially with small stores, we're not corporate like 7-Eleven, Walmart, we moms and pops store where we trying to get other stores, but like I said, we need the people in the community to come help.
Okay, so right now we got housewares, chili cheese fries, turkey smash burgers, bust down tacos, and anything else we should know about that is just unique to your store? Because I can tell from talking to you, Chris, that you probably had a vision from your own experience at different stores, and you say, my store is going to be different because this.
Right. I really had the stores that be in New York, and how I have a store in the front end and have a sandwich spot in the back selling salads and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's what type of thing I was on.
Okay, you know what? I love that. I've always wondered why we don't have stores like the ones in New York. In New York, they have that, and then they have fruit and stuff. Like here, it feels like you got to. Yeah, maybe it's bougie. It's corporate. You either got this or you got that. It doesn't feel like just neighborhood based. Like, oh, here's our burger.
Right.
Here's we do have that gum that you're looking for or whatever. So, props to you for having a different vision. Chris, it's nice to meet you. Let folks know how they can support you.
Just stop by. I don't care if you came by and spent $1. Everything counts, and I appreciate being on the air so I can let everybody know what y'all missing. It's a nice store in the community. It's 3,000 square feet. It's not a small store. It's a big store. We got shoes, clothes, just different items.
Shoes? See, that's what I'm saying. I knew there was something we hadn't got to yet. Shoes, you have shoes? Okay, Chris. Andy got a question for you.
Brother Chris.
Yes.
So I just Googled the address, and you're literally down the street.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's around the corner.
Yeah, and so you've been having challenges with people coming to the store. I'm looking at the area. That area is pretty popping. There's a lot of people over there.
Yes, I'm gonna be honest. And it's really the community we in. You got these young kids where I try to mentor them every day and tell them to go do something with their life. You want to stand in front of the store, and it's a lot going on in this world where you could be taking that precious time, turning into a gold mine, and all I could do is basically give them the game that I didn't get, It's more than gang banging out here where you can turn that into treasury. And people don't understand that. You got to pick the time in. I'm working 84 hours a week.
I bet.
I'm not complaining of anything because guess what? I'm the owner. I'm working for myself. So I got to get to the next level. But like I said, I need the community to come support, and y'all gonna see what y'all been missing.
Yeah, I'm finna go try a turkey smash burger. I'm not even gonna lie.
them gentlemen need to stop hanging out over there by 7-Eleven. They need to be hanging out right in front of you,
or
supporting the business.
Or at least spread the word. I mean, shoot, their job is that first goal is to spread the word.
Pass some flyers out.
Right.
It's my thing is I want to hire people in the community and everything, but guess what? The funding is not coming in for me to hire them. You feel me? If I can hire all the youngsters in the neighborhood, I would, because it would take them off the streets where they doing something with their time.
Yeah, well, that's coming soon. Chris Rowles, owner and CEO of Chili World Convenience Store. You're on Instagram, too, at Chili World on 43rd, right?
Yes.
At Chili World on 43rd. Just follow them so you don't forget, okay? Chris, thank you for letting us know, putting us up on the Bust Down Tacos. We needed that in our lives. We needed that in our lives. All right, stay blessed. It's the perfect time to call me right now, 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. I'm Dominique DiPrima for KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
This is Secret Clinical Dominating Extra Stinky Stress Sweat. And this is regular deodorant. Secret Clinical in a heat wave. Oh, what a beautiful day. This is regular deodorant. Ugh, I can't. Secret Clinical with workout sweat. Let's run another marathon. And regular deodorant. How much more? Secret is the GOAT. Because nothing fights sweat better.
Stay fresher under pressure.
Small businesses are the heart of America. But you don't have to go it alone. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Get the connections, education, and guidance you need with SCORE. We're ready to help. Find a mentor today at score.org.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DiPrima on First Things First.
Okay, so Andy found it on Google Earth. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. And I have walked past it. It says Chili's World Convenience Store, and then it says 99 cents. which you wouldn't necessarily think would have all the stuff he just described, but I'm definitely going there. Attorney Dion texts me, it's a Crenshaw Bodega. She said, I am so going there. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It sounds like the bodega. Black-owned bodega, by the way. And yeah, it sounds like a shout out to Asha, because that's a community jewel, and Asha, who is booking producer on this show, found that gem. So shout out to Asha for that. We will definitely be going to check it out. But it's right across the street from McDonald's, right down the street, a few doors north from the 7-Eleven right there. Now I'm talking real LA, okay? If you're not from LA, just bear with me on this, because we need to find this. And a bunch of folks, Paul and others in our YouTube say they're going to fall through. So hopefully this brother will get a business boost from this, because it's one of the reasons why we do Wealth Building Wednesday. And if you're trying to get on, you want to be on Wealth Building Wednesday with your enterprise, you can hit me up on social media, either at KBLA 1580. Don't DM me on Facebook, because I'm locked out of those. I got thousands of them. If you want to DM me, either go to Twitter or go to Instagram. Yeah, I know it's called X. I call it Twitter on purpose. Either DM me on Twitter or DM me on IG. Those are the ones I actually be checking. TikTok too now. I never thought I'd be saying that, but I actually like TikTok. Anyway, yeah, we definitely need to pull up, roll up, stop through, fall through. It's so convenient, and support this brother and what he's doing. Because one of the things that stresses me out a little bit, I'm not going to lie, Andy, is that a lot of my favorite Black-owned, everybody owned, but especially Black-owned, everybody owned. Look, if it's Latin-owned, whatever it is, I'll still patronize it, but particularly Black-owned, because I feel like we got to sweep around our own front door. They go out of business. And as soon as I get on my routine, it's gone. Post and Beam, the doggone Veggie Soul. I'm still crying about Veggie Soul on Normandy. Remember the drive-through vegan spot that was in Baldwin Hills, Crenshaw, the hot chicken, all these places. Boom, boom. I love it. It's gone. I love it. It's gone. I hate that so much. Swift on Crenshaw. That was one of my faves. Her bison burger.
My 2 cents.
Oh God, don't even bring that up. That hurts my heart. That was one of my favorite restaurants ever, anywhere. Those bison tacos. Come on.
I didn't even get a chance.
Oh Lord. Well, just ask me, because I'll tell you about it. I was one of their biggest customers, and I haven't even tried this place, but I don't want it to go out of business. And now they're talking about Dulan's. Now, there's a video going around on Instagram about where Greg Dulan is saying that he got in over his head on this real estate deal, and now his restaurant is in danger because he was trying to buy a parking lot because, they don't have one, and it's a popular spot. And somehow that real estate business became a drain on the restaurant business proper, and now Dulan's is in trouble. And I'm not going to lie, I knew that already before the video, because I had seen a letter that was going around, and I've been doing everything that I can behind the scenes to try to drive business over there, because it's another one that we just need it to stay there.
What about a food truck?
I think I might go on a fried chicken fast or something. It's the meatloaf for me, actually. I really love his meatloaf. Yeah, I don't know if I think he had a food truck with a Hotville chicken. I'm not sure what the status of that is. He's got a drive-up window. It's renovated. The food is, he's upgraded his recipes, so they're super bomb. I've always loved his cornbread, but everything is even yummier than it was before. And it's a family business. It's a multi-generational family business. We could say, disclosure, Greg Dulan traveled with us on one of our Africa trips, but it's not really a disclosure. He just out of the blue decided to come. I didn't know him, and I got to know him on that trip. But what I will say is that he always gives back to the community. He's very grounded in, South LA, and He gives people opportunities. And I will say that there's another restaurant on Crenshaw that copied him and then is not Black owned. And okay, we're not going to go into that today because I don't know if I have permission to talk about it. But let's focus on what we want, not what we don't want. What we want is our businesses to thrive and do well and be available. I want to be able to go get my turkey smash burger, and, for dinner, and go get my, Dulan's baked chicken. Okay, I'll get the baked chicken. I like his fried chicken, but the baked chicken is healthier. For lunch, he has great string beans. I like his meatloaf. I love his smothered chicken. It's really delish. I hate okra, but I still like his succotash. I don't take my black card. I don't like okra and I don't like hot sauce, okay? I just don't. I don't know. Anyway, we do need to save Dulan. So if you're thinking about having a party that needs catering for thousands, go to Dulan. If you're thinking about needing, if you have a party that needs, bust down tacos for thousands, go see Chris.
Folks calling in.
Okay,
about it.
As you should, because this sounds like a hidden community treasure, and we all need more spots where we can just stop in and get something. Don't go get you a 7-Eleven hot dog. That probably got salmonella and all 26,000 forms of bacteria. Probably comes with COVID inside it. Go get you something homemade. And this is another unpopular opinion. I do not buy food off people that are cooking on baking sheets on the street. To me, that's just like a sickness waiting to happen. Anyway, it's time for news, traffic, and sports. Not my eating advice, although I be knowing. Trust me, I be knowing. I am a foodie all day long. Perfect time to call me, 800-920-1580. I'm Dominique DiPrima for KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 is an intervention. When we come forward, includes you. KBLA Talk 1580, turning pain into power.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. President Trump says he's not worried after firing Black Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook, who's under DOJ investigation for alleged false mortgage claims.
She seems to have had an infraction, and she can't have an infraction, especially that infraction. We need people that are 100% above board.
Cook denies wrongdoing, and her lawyer says Trump has no authority to remove her. The University of Cincinnati closed its African American Cultural and Resource Center due to a new state law banning diversity programs. In response, Black students and alumni are preserving traditions and launching a nonprofit to fund cultural events and mentorships independently. And Slutty Vegan owner Pinky Cole is being sued for over $87,000 in unpaid rent and fees for 2 Edgewood Avenue properties in Atlanta, Georgia. The lawsuit adds to the financial troubles for the once fast-growing restaurant brand. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
In Southgate, we have a stall partially blocking the 710 southbound off-ramp to Imperial Highway. Looks like it's a stalled Metro bus, so attempt to take an alternative route if you can. As you head into Sherman Oaks, 405 northbound before Ventura Boulevard, an overturned wreck has that left lane taken up, so you're going to be seeing delays there as well. And in Elysian Park, a fender bender is taking up the left lane, 5 southbound at Stadium Way. You're seeing slow traffic from Los Feliz Boulevard.
Shop incredible end-of-summer savings at the Scandinavian Designs Labor Day sale. For a limited time, take up to 70% off select modern furniture and decor for every room in your home. Stop by one of our Los Angeles showrooms today or shop online at ScandinavianDesigns.com.
Is this the time? This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
Coco Gauff, the number 3 women's tennis player in the world, overcame 10 double faults Tuesday night to win her first-round match in the U.S. Open. The 21-year-old African-American star defeated Ayla Tomljanovic of Croatia in 3 sets, 6-4, 6-7, and 7-5. The LA Sparks lost at home last night to the Phoenix Mercury 92-84. The Sparks are now 17-19. They have 8 games left in the WNBA regular season to make the playoffs. The Sparks are a game and a half behind the Seattle Storm for the 8th and final playoff spot. The Dodgers beat Cincinnati 6-3, 5th straight win for Clayton Kershaw. The Dodgers remain a game up on San Diego in the NL West. Shedeur Sanders will be the number 3 quarterback on the Cleveland Browns roster. Deion's son made the team after the Browns and the other 31 NFL teams made cuts Tuesday to reach the 53-man roster limit. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you ready to be a part of the conversation that will help shape our nation's future? Get ready to join us for the Left Coast Forum, Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech, where progressive voices will come together to tackle the issues that matter most to working families across Los Angeles and beyond. From economic justice to climate action, from healthcare to housing, we're bringing together the brightest minds and most passionate advocates for real solutions and real change. With workshops, 2 major keynote addresses, and a closing reception with great music and good food. It's the Left Coast Forum, where your voice matters and your ideas take action. Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the LA Progressive. The future won't wait, and neither should you. Mark your calendar now to be there and be heard. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details.
Thinking about going electric? Now is the perfect time. Electric vehicles cost less to run, don't need gas, and need fewer repairs than gas-powered cars. You can also save with federal and state tax credits, and in some areas, qualify for rebates on home charging stations. To learn more, visit www.breathesocal.org. That's www.breathesocal.org.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. This is KBLA Talk 1580, where hate loses and love wins.
And love is winning when we are choosing to focus on what we want, not what we don't want. And I'm not going to lie, Andy. Right now I'm starving. All of a sudden I'm like...
Same here.
I just like that taco and the burger and the ice cream. Is like, I know it's only, it's morning, but dang. Chris got me hungry.
I got to have my fruit first, though, but I'm definitely going to have me a little smash burger.
Yeah, you always got to, fruit, veggies, first thing. That's right. Escorts everything else through the body. That's a must. Good job, Andy. Okay, so we've got Shayon on the phone calling from Long Beach. Where you been, brother? Haven't heard from you in a minute.
Hey, I've been watching.
Okay, I'll take it.
I've been listening and watching.
I'll take it. Thank you for listening and watching.
So what I wanted to call in today about is that we need to go on high alert. When I'm sitting there watching Stephen Miller in the cabinet meeting, ranting and raving about how, quote, black people basically, they whenever they say inner city, that's code word for the N word, right?
Yeah, they got a lot of code words.
But
public sector
but
workers, inner city, crime.
Yeah,
those all mean black
know,
people. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know when they say inner city, they talking about us.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when I'm watching this guy sit there and he's on this rant and this rave about how, these inner cities are rife with gang violence and drug distribution, and they in conspiracy cahoots with the cartels to bring in drugs. So basically, that's tantamount to domestic terrorists, right? So when I'm listening, and then you got Trump saying, okay, well, we're gonna send in the military to these inner cities. Then you got Stephen Miller with this insane rant about we bringing in drugs and we hooked up with the cartels and we terrorists. What they're saying to make it clear is that they want to come in and try to wipe us out. Yeah. No different than the military in Palestine is really military in Palestine and Gaza. Because under every rock is a Hamas terrorist. So when they start using that word terrorist and putting it on us, that they talking about something bigger and more devious. And we need to be aware of that. I watched the sister show. Let me say this really quick, then I'll get off. The sister show, Abby Phillips, last night. And, God bless her heart, but they give her the racist Scott Jennings on there. And these other
he
guys
gets on my last doggone nerve.
Yeah.
I think she's killing it, but it's a tough show.
Yeah, because CNN gave her a racist.
Yeah, exactly.
To deal with on that show.
Exactly.
But with that being said, I just didn't like. I turned her show off last night because I just didn't like the way that they had no hard pushback on that show, and they spread, allowing Scott Jennings them to spread this narrative that black people in these inner cities are, quote, terrorists and linked up with the corner with whatever the Mexican cartel to bring in drugs and we terrorists. That's a different thing. We need to talk about that. And we need to, start making our people aware so we don't get caught off guard.
I mean, you just said a whole bunch of important things, Shayon. One of them is Stephen Miller is a white supremacist. He has got Trump's ear. Trump, we already know, comes from a white supremacist KKK dad, and that's got a long line of racist actions. But Stephen Miller is a dyed-in-the-wool white supremacist. And and you're right. When they say, especially D.C., where they're not even pretending it's about immigrants, right? In D.C., they're really just saying it's crime. And they're really pretty much arresting black men. It's mostly what they're doing. And so I don't understand how we are not seeing the writing on the wall here. I feel like some folks are still in this delusion that it's going to hit immigrants, not you. And such an interesting point, I hadn't contemplated that they're now conflating us. They're trying to merge us with drug cartels so that terrorists, so that there's no line whatsoever between the detention of a so-called illegal and the detention of a black man. You could just as easily go to South Sudan or Uganda. I mean, even if you look at Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the guy is not illegal. The judge had told him, he can stay because he had a credible reason not to go back to El Salvador. Now, if they can send him to Uganda, it's all like follow the dots. It's a path towards a thing. And I think you lay it out really clearly where black people fall in that. And to your point, terrorism is an excuse for everything. That's why when Karen Bass was in Congress, she pushed back so hard against this black identity extremist BS, which was a category they were making up to call us terrorists.
Well, watch this, Dominique. You know, my status is that of Moor, but they threw the status of us that claim my nationality as Moors in that same being as black identity extremists, and that was pretty much put together by the Southern Poverty Law Center down in South Carolina.
That's when I stopped supporting them, by the way. To me, when they decided that the Nation of Islam, and people that identify as Moorish or call themselves that are the same as the KKK, you lost me. Goodbye. That's you're living in some kind of weird delusional white world that I'm not interested in supporting whatsoever, no matter what other good work you've done.
They always looking for we've always been the target ever since the time of quote slavery.
Ever since we stopped being property, right? When we were property, they were trying to protect us because that was their asset. When we stopped being assets and started being humans, then we became targets. Yeah, instant switch over.
Yeah, and so Dominique, we need to start talking about this. You need to get some of our politicians on because I haven't seen them say a peep. I don't know where they at. I don't know. I thought we had a congressional black caucus, but I don't know.
Some of them. Have you been tracking Congresswoman Sidney Comlager? She's been going hard. I didn't know she was that. I guess I forgot she was from South LA. She's been going hard. But you're right. A lot of them have been rather timid and centrist in this moment. I'm going to write a letter. I'm going to, add emotion to emotion. While the place is literally burning down, and by the place I mean your rights, your democracy, your constitution, but I think it's such an observant point, Shayon, that as soon as they can start calling you a terrorist, then you have no rights.
Exactly my point. That's exactly the main point. Once they label you a terrorist and they can sell it to the overall general public, all gloves is off. There is no glove. There is no rules, and we saw that we lived through what they did in Iraq when they labeled everybody a terrorist. Abu Ghraib, Guantanamo Bay, and They've been always itching.
And what they're doing right now in El Salvador, right now, that prison is a torture facility, and they're sending people there. And you can say, oh, they're migrants. Please believe you're next, because Trump said the worst of the worst criminals, which is another code word for black people. Criminals, crime, inner city, public sector workers. Those are all DEI. Those are all euphemistic synonyms for black Americans. And
exactly.
We need to wake up and smell that coffee. And it's so ironic to me. You don't even want to be called black, and they try to label you a black identity extremist.
Yeah. But we bring out the facts, the history, the court cases, the documentation from going all the way back to the 8th century, and we show one thing about those of us that declare our Moorish nationality, that we got the history books, and we go back to the year 711 AD in the Iberian Peninsula, and it's tons and tons of scholarship that's been written and documented about this. Like right now in my car, I probably got 30 books in my car by a variety of different authors that tracks that same history. So they know. And so they know that when they place that label negro on us, which is black, that came from the Spanish and the Portuguese back in the year 1492.
Yes.
And so they use that.
Another show for another day.
And they use the law against us. Yeah. We'll talk about that. But the main focus now is we need to talk about the here and now and what Stephen Miller and the Trump administration, how they trying to target us and label us as inner city terrorists.
Yeah,
that's the main. That's
and
the main
you
thing
notice,
we need to focus
you
on.
notice they said they were going to deport all these so-called migrant criminals, but you don't see drug cartel people being deported. You don't see the crime bosses behind these illegal marijuana cannabis grows being deported. You see car wash workers and guys that hang out at the Home Depot looking for work and housekeepers. That's who they're deporting. There are plenty of crime people, criminal enterprises people that they probably are too scared to touch. So they rather go get the guy at the car wash. If they can label the guy at the car wash a criminal because he doesn't have his paperwork straight, you don't think they can take a black man and call him a criminal or a terrorist for some ridiculous reason? Look what they're doing to the woman from the Federal Reserve. Do you know what her mortgage fraud was? LA Times had a great article yesterday. Somewhere there's two errors in the paperwork. Somewhere it says that she had three houses when she really had four, even though it says four on the rest of the paper. I mean, we're talking about minor errors on mortgage applications for houses that are already paid off, and they're trying to make her a criminal. She's a woman in a position of power that you don't get to easily. Imagine what they'll do to you on the stoop with no degree and no backup plan. You're right. We need to be on high alert, and I appreciate the call, Shayon.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day. Appreciate it.
Shayon called me at 800-920-1580. I invite you to do the same. We are unapologetically outspoken, unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
Thanks for starting your morning off with a voice that speaks truth to power and the powerless, getting to the heart of what matters most in our community. This is where authentic conversation meets real action. From breaking news and politics to culture and community solutions, this is where you hear perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. This is where we come together, get informed, and make change happen. You're inside First Things First with Dominique DiPrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
You make my day.
Hi, I'm LA City Councilmember Curran Price, inviting you to the 30th anniversary of the Central Avenue Jazz Festival, Saturday, September the 20th, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. We've got 4 pavilions, 3 stages of live music, plus food, fun, and a marketplace all along historic Central Avenue between MLK Boulevard and Vernon Ave. Our featured acts this year are Gregory Porter, Pancho Sanchez, and Jasmine Horn at the 30th anniversary of the Central Avenue Jazz Festival, Saturday, September 20th, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. along Central Avenue between MLK Boulevard and Vernon Avenue. Come out and bring the whole family because this legendary celebration is free. For more information, go to centralavjazzfest.com. I'm LA Councilmember Curran Price, and I absolutely approve this message.
The following is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways with the purpose of soliciting sales of vacation ownership. For complete details, please visit fvgradio.com. If you want a 100% complimentary stay at a luxury resort in Cancun, airfare not included, then Family Vacation Getaways is your ticket to paradise. See website for complete details. We're giving away 5 days and 4 nights to the first 50 callers who can name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. An animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. Do you know it? Call now, 800-868-6431, 800-868-6431. You're also eligible for an exciting bonus vacation to Orlando, Florida for just $498. And don't worry about anything ruining your plans. We can extend your travel up to 18 months. Name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird, and get a complimentary Cancun resort stay and an optional bonus vacation to Orlando for just $498. What are you waiting for? Call 800-868-6431, 800-868-6431, and give us your answer. The proceeding is not a contest and is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways and not sponsored by this program or its affiliates.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. Every girl deserves a chance to shine. That's the belief behind Forgiving for Living, Inc. Since 1999, this organization has been empowering at-risk girls ages 13 to 18, helping them overcome behavioral and mental health challenges. Founder Wendy Gladney's personal journey inspired the mission to give girls hope and purpose through the power of forgiveness. Through their ambassador program, workshops, and annual conference, Forgiving for Living has touched over 3,000 young lives, providing mentoring, life skills, training, and tools for building self-esteem and confidence. You can make a difference. Visit forgivingforliving.org to donate, volunteer, become a mentor, or find help for a young girl in need. Forgiving for Living, Inc., building brighter futures for young girls. Visit forgivingforliving.org today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Find a righteous rage and don't be afraid to say what you see. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Right. So this is from the LA Times article by Michael Hiltzik, business columnist, on yesterday, where he talks about how Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook and several other folks that the Trump administration is going after, Senator Adam Schiff, New York Attorney Letitia James, and Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. They're all black except for Adam Schiff, of course, who's Jewish American. They're all Democrats, and how flimsy these accusations are. And then they're using them to try to discredit these folks. And in the case of Governor Cook, to fire her. And I must admit, I mean, even if you look at Marilyn Mosby and what they jailed her for, it's so targeted and so weak, the accusations. They say they're occupancy misrepresentation or occupancy fraud, but really they look like simple errors on mortgage applications. And the reason I say that is because the wrong information is stated once, and then 5 other times on the application it has the correct information. And this is just not even, I mean, this is them targeting people and saying, find something. That's what it is. What one expert says, this guy who was the head of HFA, Fannie and Freddie Lou, that for them to pull these loan applications on loans that are performing well, that are being paid in a timely manner, and especially those that are already paid off, is unheard of. So clearly that means that they targeted these folks. And all of these loans in question, Cook, Schiff, all of them were already paid off. So that means somebody was really digging for something. And it's crazy to me. You think about Letitia James, it's obviously why he wants to go after her. She's the one that got the conviction against him for real mortgage fraud, with that almost $500 million judgment. And of course, Schiff was on the impeachment. He was an impeachment leader. And then this woman, Cook, he feels like if he can get her off the Federal Reserve, he can control what they do about interest rates. So it's really clear that these are fishing expeditions. And then you've got news outlets who just parrot these claims. And that's why I love this article so much, because he really breaks down what they're actually accused of. And it's so stupid. I guess in Letitia James' case, when she bought her home in Queens, her father identified her as his spouse instead of his daughter on one form, even though on all the other forms she said daughter. So clearly he wasn't trying to pull anything off. He made an error. And with Schiff, he had 2 different houses. One was in Burbank, the other in Washington, D.C. Like almost all lawmakers do who work in Washington. You got to have a place to live while you're in D.C. and a place to live when you're home. But he only took property exemptions on the Burbank property. So they're, again, fishing expedition. And then with Governor Cook, apparently she had 3 different mortgages, and that apparently they're saying that she was trying to get some better interest rate by saying that she lived in one that she didn't live in, or one of them, that they were all her primary residence. But the thing about it is, first of all, she didn't get a better interest rate, so there was no material gain, so that doesn't even make sense. And secondly, again, it's one of those situations where on some forms it says that, and on other forms it doesn't. So, in fact, in at least one of the properties, she's paying more than average. So if she did that on purpose, it didn't help her. But since this David H. Stevens, a former housing official, is quoted in the Times as saying that the standard mortgage is now a 200 to 500 page document, and that about 90% of them have errors of that nature. So the likelihood that this is a small error that was not fraud at all is very high. And the thing about that is it means any of us that are homeowners, if they want to get you fired, go on the, black jobs crusade that Trump is on right now, by which we mean eliminating black jobs, all they have to do is look through your paperwork and find the errors. So here it is. Apparently, for Letitia James, the other accusation is that she financed a down payment for her niece to buy a home. And they're saying that she said she would live in the house because it says that on one form, but on every other form it says her niece would live in it. So clearly it's an error. Clearly they are combing through documents, trying to find ways to fire these Democrats. And I think the reason I'm talking about it so much is because we need to be really more media literate than usual right now. Oh, she did fraud, you see, accused of fraud. Who's accusing her? The man who got a $500 million fine overturned for doing actual mortgage fraud? We need to be really mindful that just because it's on a newspaper headline, we got to read a little deeper and see what they're actually talking about. Whoops, you made one or two small errors on your mortgage form and now you committed fraud. It's just a takedown. That's all it is. Okay, so we're going to switch gears here, and I'm ready for that. Are you ready for that? We're going to go, well, we kind of been on this arts and music vibe all day today, starting out with, Bernard Brown, but Amitav Ra is joining us. She is a jazz artist extraordinaire with a debut album to share. You're going to want to keep it locked right here. Big palate refresher. KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. President Trump says he wants the death penalty for any murders in Washington, D.C.
If somebody kills somebody in the Capitol, we're going to be seeking the death penalty.
He made the comment while touting the National Guard intervention in D.C. during his cabinet meeting Tuesday. Trump then called it a very strong preventative measure. 15 human milk banks have teamed up with Black maternal health advocate Kimberly Seals-Allers to launch the Restoration Project, a national donor milk network supporting infants who lost